There was that article in
Yeah.
the New York Times.
By the way, this is very true. And just for context, this is not a joke. Amazon really does know more about your spending habits than you do. They know what you need before you even need it. Hey guys, Tiny Bryson here, and welcome back to the show. And by the way, today is kind of like a selfish video reaction because I want to know the answer to this. That's why we're watching this together, I guess. But this video is all about basically, why do people spend so much money on Amazon Prime? And for context, I have read a book that kind of mentioned that basically the reason Amazon Prime is so successful because basically people that usually tend to have memberships, like for pay memberships, usually tend to spend more money to kind of like make it worth it or whatever it is, okay guys? But let's find out directly from, I don't know if this is an employee or a scientist, I really don't know, but let's find out exactly why people tend to spend so much money on Amazon Prime, okay? And by the way, I wish all of us got like a statement at the end of the year saying like, yo, here's how much money you spent on Amazon this year. Like we need one of those statements like, hey, here's how much you spent at the end of the year, because that would be like surprising. Like trust your boy, okay? Without further ado, let's see exactly why it is.
My life is on Amazon.
I would say like I'm super hooked onto Amazon Prime.
I would definitely say for me, Amazon is number one.
How important?
Yo, Amazon is everywhere, yo. Amazon is everywhere. Look at this. And by the way, Amazon is gonna be even more massive. You know what I'm saying? Because you got the Amazon, buy whatever you want to buy, but you also got like the Amazon grocery section now, so they can, by the way, it's gonna get to a point where it's gonna be like 2-day shipping like everywhere in the world, because right now it's just like America, like mostly, but like once it's like everywhere, it's gonna be crazy. Look at this, guys, okay? The Prime customer on average spends $1,300 a year, shops 25 times per year on Amazon. Non-Prime customers spend $700 a year. Yeah, because you know, the shipping and stuff like that, and you don't really want to spend so much money. But when you're a Prime member, like I said before, you tend to spend more money. And look at this, US members, 85 million people use Amazon. That's crazy.
Is the Prime ecosystem to Amazon? We'll take a look at these numbers. Subscribers on average have spent nearly double that of.
And by the way, being an Amazon Prime member gives you music, it gives you like books here and there. It also gives you like movies. So like there's a lot of pros and benefits, but you do spend a ton of money. Let's be real.
Non-members.
Whatever it is you need, from clothing and electronics to furniture or
It's called the everything store for a reason.
groceries, chances are you can find it on Amazon. That expansive inventory draws millions of daily shoppers.
One thing I don't buy at all from Amazon is like clothes. Like I never buy clothes from Amazon. Like it's mostly like electronics and stuff like that, and like little things that I need, you know what I'm saying? But like nothing like crazy.
Amazon can offer such a wide array of products because it allows third parties to sell products on the platform,
Yeah.
right next to items sold directly by.
And by the way, Amazon has this trick, allegedly, I've been told. You know when an Amazon product sells a lot of good reviews, positivity, goes all the way to #1, like the bestseller or whatever. Amazon tends to have this whole like habit of what they do is they recreate the product and then relist it basically with their own and basically undercut the person on top. And then that's why you have like the Amazon basics, you know what I'm saying, like the Amazon version of things, because they know like it's already popular, they make their own and they make a lot of money that way too. It's amazing.
Amazon sellers account for 56% of all items sold on Amazon.
This right here was one of the best ideas ever, cutting out USPS and UPS.
Amazon owes its success to removing as much friction from the purchasing process as possible. But it wasn't quite enough. So in 2005, Amazon introduced Amazon Prime.
Yeah, Amazon Prime. And by the way, look at this, a Mercedes one. Like you don't need a Mercedes one. You can just get like the horn one. I forgot what that brand
Today,
is.
you can get Amazon Prime membership for $119 per year.
120. It's ridiculous. If you're a student, you get it for $60. It's ridiculous. I have Amazon Prime and I've decided to cancel it, and I'm gonna just join one of my friends' accounts. Like me and my best friend, basically we're gonna join together and just save money that way.
Or for a $12.99 monthly subscription. Subscribers receive deep discounts.
$12? What is it? 10 is 120. So you pay like an extra, like what is like an extra like $30?
Access to Amazon's video streaming service and an invitation to Amazon Prime Day. But perhaps the biggest draw for Amazon.
By the way, Prime Day is cool, but like it's not really that cool. Like I haven't really been able to find some crazy deal. Like there's just a lot of people like like fixing the price and then just discounted it. Like, oh, it's higher, but now it's lower. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like if the reseller for this pen sells for $10, he'll list it for 15, but then discount, for example, like whatever, like 50% or whatever, and now you're buying it for like $10 or whatever it is. You know what I mean?
Amazon Prime is its free 1 or 2 day shipping. There
Hour shipping too if you live in
are
Manhattan.
nearly 200 million Prime subscribers worldwide,
Sheesh, 200 million. That's ridiculous.
with 150 million US subscribers.
That's crazy. That's like half the population.
And Amazon has been able to capture 40% of all US retail
Look at that, guys. It's like a monopoly. Walmart is 7.2%. eBay, Apple, Home Depot. Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
e-commerce sales in 20.
And by the way, let's be real. Costco has a very stupid e-commerce website. Like, there's nothing you can really buy there. Like, it's not really that crazy. Target is kind of getting better. Home Depot, kind of. But, like, you know, these are, like, mostly, like, retail stores. You know, Amazon is just fully online, like, for everything. Like, whatever you want, you think Amazon first. Like, it just is what it is.
2021. The company today is worth about $1.6 trillion. Here's how Amazon Prime gets you hooked.
I want to hear this.
The average Amazon Prime member is reported to spend about
Oh, the Whole Foods.
4 times more than non-Prime members. And at least 73% of millennials are Amazon Prime members.
Oh, it's also, for example, the convenience factor, right? It's kind of like, you know, you get 2-day shipping. The average, like, if you're not Prime, you don't get 2-day shipping. You have to pay for it. But, like, it's like whatever you can just buy something, have it at your doorstep in 2 days.
But Amazon's leadership team never planned to create Prime.
Oh yeah, I read about that too. It wasn't like it wasn't like something they actually wanted to do. I think it was just like something that was brought up by not an intern, but like somebody else. It wasn't Jeff Bezos' ideas.
In the early days, spending $25 would get you free shipping. But the process to qualify for that free shipping was complicated. Until one software engineer introduced the concept of free shipping. Well, sort of. The plan was to have customers pay a fee once a year for endless shipping.
The idea
Which is fair.
was really radical.
Yeah, it is radical because you're like, what if they don't buy? You know, what if they don't buy enough and stuff like that? You know what I'm saying?
When it was pitched as a project, I had colleagues, peers, and in some cases people more senior to me saying that it felt like a really bad idea. Giving free shipping didn't make the spreadsheet math work.
Yeah, and by the way, numbers are not everything. You know what I'm saying? It's like when T-Mobile says, we'll give you a free phone. Like, what? You give me a free $750 phone? Yeah. You know, we get you hooked with us for 36 months, and you're also paying us a monthly fee every single month, too. You know what I'm saying? And there's probably, like, so much. I want to know, like, all the different ways, like phone companies actually make money, because it's not just from, like, subscriptions. You know what I'm saying? Like, there has to be, like, a lot more different ways.
Our surprise.
They fudging, like, have, like stadiums, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they have to have a lot more other ways of how they make money.
This caught the eye of Jeff Bezos, who was a couple of rungs in the ladder over me in the organization at that point, and brought us together to build the Amazon Prime product.
Like, imagine if that guy would have shut down the idea and never got into Jeff. I like companies that are run, like, transparent. Like, you know, like, have the ideas come up. You know, let's talk about it.
Robin John says the idea became known as Project Futurama and was
Project Futurama, how Amazon created the Prime membership program by Jason Battelle.
eventually rebranded to Amazon Prime. In 2005, Amazon Prime made its debut and was
Amazon Pro, Amazon Lite.
an instant hit. But there's more to Amazon Prime's success than free shipping. The company employs a sophisticated array of marketing tactics to move its customers from a 30-day free trial to a paying subscription.
Yeah. And by the way, they also have like this new backdrop where basically, if you get like an Amazon trial with something, they and you click like cancel, you don't want to continue, they actually offer you like additional days or like additional months, like for like half the price.
Try quitting before the 30-day trial is over, and Amazon will entice you by adding 7 more days.
Yeah, you see, I literally just said that.
Or in some cases, another month.
Yeah.
Josh Lowitz of Consumer Intelligence Research Partners says the goal is to turn Amazon Prime into a part of their consumers' everyday lives.
Yeah.
You don't want to be that foolish person who is paying money for the membership you're not using.
Yeah, exactly.
So
That's a big
consciously
reason.
or subconsciously, you say, you know, I ought to get this at Amazon. Then the customer becomes a more active shopper because then they want
They want to make it worth it. They want to make it worth
use
it.
what is free to.
That's like whenever I need groceries and I'm like, let me just go to Walmart real quick, and I'm like, oh, but I'm paying for this Costco membership. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me just go to Costco. You know what I mean?
Experts say the company uses an array of colors, animations, and slogans to push fleeting deals in front of online shoppers.
Yeah, I mean, the thing with Amazon is it's such a massive company that these little details matter because it can mean massive profits. Like when you're first starting out, like you don't have to worry about all this stuff, but like it matters.
That combination creates a sense of urgency, leading shoppers to purchase items they may have.
Oh, this is gonna be crazy if this comes out, but it's too small. Like how many packs can you actually carry there? It's too small.
Otherwise left on the virtual shelf.
I kind of call it the pumpkin spice phenomenon. You know how during this like limited window from like early September through late October, everything is pumpkin flavored and everyone is rushing to get it because
yeah, I don't know why. I don't like pumpkin.
once November 1st hits, there's no more pumpkin on the shelves until the next September. So I think Amazon is really good to add to that sort of
Look at this. Next day delivery made easy. Amazon shipping, no extra fees, deliveries you can trust, dedicated shipper support. By the way, I like Amazon because it's just like seamless. Like I can count the amount of times I've actually called customer service, and I've always like, I don't know because I spend so much money there, but I always get hurt. You know what I'm saying? And usually I'm right, and that feels good. And I'm not trying to scam them either, so that's good to
pressure
know.
point in consumers' brains.
Amazon also keeps track of users' search and purchase
Oh yeah, look at that. Always with these little suggestions and always with more products on the bottom.
histories and serves targeted ads for specific products to individual people at the right time to increase the likelihood of making
that they're actually buy. And by the way, you know the crazy thing is that like legit, like I have this device in my house, right? I have a friend that doesn't want this device because basically they believe that there's what's it called? What's it called? Like spying on them. But in reality, like I have a phone too. I have an iPad. I have like if I'm being spied on, like let them spy at this point. Like I really don't care. But the answer is I've said certain things, literally, like just talking to my friends, and then I've gotten advertised on it without searching it up anywhere. That creeps me out.
making a sale. It seems Amazon knows more about its
And Amazon's getting into gaming
consumer
too.
spending habits than they do.
There was that article in the New York Times.
By the way, this is very true. And just for context, this is not a joke. Amazon really does know more about your spending habits than you do. They know what you need before you even need it. You know how? There was an article, or like a story, I should say, where Target, because Target is massive. You might not know this, but Target is massive too. Sent over, for example, a flyer to an underage girl about like diapers and Pampers, like all that stuff, right? Like baby stuff. And the dad got so mad, he went to the manager and he was like, yo, why are you sending my underage daughter things about pregnancies and this and that? And he screamed and he shouted and he was going crazy about it, right? And the manager was like, hey, I'm sorry, I apologized. Guess what? The dad came back later that month and said, I'm sorry, she was actually pregnant. You know what I'm saying? And we found out that way. Because guess what? The lady was buying lotions and buying a bunch of things that usually are in line with what basically pregnant ladies basically buy. So they know a lot about your habits more than they probably want to give out. Okay, but yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Magazine.
It's a true story.
Several years ago about how Target knew that women were pregnant before.
Yo, what the heck? It's like everything. I swear to you guys, I have not watched this video, but everything I'm saying, I guess I'm pretty well educated on this topic, but everything I'm saying is being said here.
They did, and their data set is so huge, and their team is so dedicated and smart that they use that to push you to the places that you're naturally inclined to go.
It's that mix of targeted ads, extreme discounts, same-day shipping.
Extreme discounts my butts. It's not really extreme at all.
And the instant gratification of one-click purchasing.
That one click is crazy. That's what's crazy. Look, Prime Now. When should we deliver? Right now. Within an hour? $8? $4? That's kind of crazy.
Even more spending.
Don't have me have to stand in line and do checkout. Just start sending me stuff that I've already selected.
Yeah.
That's a very powerful technology. And in fact, when Amazon patented that technology, many other retailers complained, in part because it's such amazing technology that it creates far fewer challenges for customers who want to be able to move quickly.
They patented that technology? Wow.
To actually enjoy.
I didn't even know
the
that.
product.
I don't even know. That's a great question. You know, one thing to like research, guys, is whenever you're like researching a stock, research the patents that they actually own. So I'm gonna write that down because that's a thought, and I always write everything down. Because right now there's a stock I'm looking at, and that's a great tip. You know what I'm saying? Research the patents they might own because it gives them obviously a competitive advantage.
Rather than having to wait around and buy the product.
And Amazon seamlessly transitioned its tech to smartphones, adding to the ease of shopping on Amazon Prime. But none of this comes without controversy.
By the way, imagine, for example, look at this, guys, okay? Steal the idea. I really don't care. Just send me 10%. Or 1%, you know what I'm saying, whatever it is. But imagine, like, you know how Samsung is making like those smart fridges now, where you can have like a camera inside the fridge and it shows you exactly what you have, is it expired or whatever. Imagine having a smart fridge that shows you everything that you have in there, but also is connected with your Amazon Prime like food account or whatever it is. And whenever you're running low on something, it predicts based on like your eating habits, and it automatically just basically sends you over the groceries you basically need to the crib. That's pretty crazy, huh? That'd be pretty crazy. Kind of crazy, honestly, to think about it. But is it possible? Yeah, I can see that happening.
Some say Amazon's easy-to-use platform encourages impulse purchases.
Impulse purchases.
I think you still really need to take a step back and ask yourself, well, if this item, you know, if it weren't going on sale, would I be buying it?
That's one thing. I'm not that impulsive about what I buy. Whenever I buy something, I really do think about what I'm gonna buy. You know what I'm saying? And I think about it for days sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, like, at least here, because I don't live in the U.S. anymore, I'm in Puerto Rico. It takes like a week to get at my Amazon packages, which suck, but it is what it is.
And if the answer is no, then I think you may need to like reconsider. Well, is this really worth my money? Is, you know?
Yeah. Stop buying things just because they're on discount. Not a good idea.
Do I really need this?
To avoid the temptation of impulse shopping, some people simply avoid Amazon Prime altogether because they know how potent its
Amazon sales surged 44% as it smashes earnings expectations.
Targeted marketing can be.
Yeah, and by the way, people think they're so special. You're not special. I'm not special. Like, we have, for example, like generic systems in our brain, biologically, that lead us to take actions whether we want to or we don't. Okay, so when you have a marketing machine like Amazon and they're doing everything in their power, spending millions of dollars, you're gonna get caught. You're gonna get finessed. So sometimes going cold turkey is not a bad idea.
I started to become more conscious.
Alisa Fernandez, trends curator at Google.
Of the things that I was purchasing. So I avoid places like H&M, Zara, Forever 21.
That's one thing I'm happy about. Like, I don't care about clothes. I really don't. But when I go shopping, I go shopping. You know what I'm saying? I buy like 20 t-shirts, but I'm a guy. You know what I'm saying? And I'm also a cheap guy. So I buy them for like $1 each or like $2 each. And I buy like for the whole year or whatever it is.
And Amazon just kind of seemed like the next logical step to it.
But during the COVID pandemic, Amazon became a sort of lifeline for essentials during the shutdown.
Yeah, that's
I don't have to worry about going to pick something up. Like,
what is Shanice Charles?
I think I'm out of that phase now where it's like I have to go to the store and pick something up, and I'd rather just come to me. I already know what I ordered, and it's exactly what I wanted.
You ever, you got a problem? You know you have a problem whenever you get an Amazon package and you don't know what's inside. Like, you'd be like, what did I order? Like, you legit don't know. You know you got a problem. I got a problem.
I think the safety aspect during COVID was also a big push for a lot of people to like start getting their groceries delivered all the time.
And while the pandemic wreaked havoc on brick and mortar retail, Amazon's value increased to $1.6 trillion.
Yes, sir.
But for all of Amazon Prime's success, the company has faced lawsuits alleging unfair business practices ranging from undercutting its competitors.
Yeah, see, that's what I was talking about, guys, earlier. Like, they make like their own products and whatever. Yeah, Amazon is a beast, man. They're a beast. They're a beast. You know, no matter how cool you think you are, if you are relying on a company to make your money, but that company has all the power, you're at their whims. You know what I'm saying? So just be careful.
To stealing the intellectual property from the small businesses that sell on its platform.
Yes, sir.
One of the things we know it does is that it will spy on the best-selling products.
Yeah, look, I mentioned that earlier in this video, guys. I should work at Amazon, huh? Or should I work for the news station? I don't know. Am I a snitch?
Of small businesses on its site, it will then copy those products, create its own versions, and then give its version.
Yeah, the Amazon originals.
Top billing in the search results.
Yeah.
So basically it's mining all the good ideas and innovations of these small companies, copying it and using it for its own advantage.
Yeah, is it fair? I don't know.
And a small company can't protect itself because it has to be on Amazon.
Yeah.
Amazon is facing pressure from its own employees, activist groups, lawmakers, and
yeah, that's something I keep hearing about, like that Amazon doesn't give their employees like pee breaks and stuff like that. It's like yeah, it's a big deal, but like honestly, like okay, like it's not like this massive deal, you know what I'm saying? So like if that's not happening, then I watched a video on this too, right? And it's not really like just that straightforward, but yeah, obviously this should have breaks. It should have like whatever breaks it is. And by the way, you gotta be careful with what you wish for, because if Amazon builds a system where you are able to do all these things that you actually want to do, potentially you might lose your job, bro, because it might just become automated, and then at that point you won't have a job to worry about. So you want things to be good enough but not too good.
and regulators on a number of
but yes, I do believe people should have pee breaks, okay? I do believe
fronts. Amazon's treatment of third-party sellers is attracting antitrust scrutiny in the US and in Europe as
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because in the US we have to be so careful about everybody's stuff, but in China, like there's no respect. I think there was like a whole lawsuit about like we were trying to sue over Facebook, over piracy, over what else? Over like fake iPhones, and we have no standing ground, right? So it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? But you gotta be realistic here.
the company.
But then again, I'm not an expert, so that piece of information I just said right there, take it with a grain of salt.
Develops more private label products, there are concerns that it could be using that data of its merchants to unfairly compete.
Oh, is it unfair when Walmart? Well, not Walmart. Does Walmart have its own brand? I know B just has its own brand. Sam's Club has its own brand, and also, for example, Costco has its own brand, like Kirkland brand or whatever it is. Is it unfair when they do it? It's just it is what it is. It's gonna keep happening. You know what I'm saying? Can I see myself going to a store where all the products are the exact same? It's like I doubt that. I doubt that. You know, you gotta have options
Against them.
Amazon has also faced backlash for its mistreatment of warehouse workers.
Yes, this is what I was talking about, guys, earlier. Warehouse scrutiny. Critics claim Amazon has not done enough to protect workers. Workers have staged protests. A VP resigned in protest over firing warehouse workers. Wow.
Prompting some to boycott Amazon altogether. And workers have talked.
I just don't like following something and being a part of something without knowing all the information. You know, I'm not a fan of gangbanging. You know what I'm saying? Like when where it's just like, oh, the crowd thinks that, so I'm gonna think that. No, like I want to do my research. You know, why is it the way it is? Like, what's the problem? And how do we fix it? You know what I'm saying? Because boycotting and trying to join a union or whatever it is might not be the best idea. But we do need solutions.
About having too few bathroom breaks, excessive productivity goals, intrusive monitoring, and unsafe working conditions.
Oh, yeah, the monitoring. You know what they do? Amazon puts a camera in your car, in the driving car, and they make sure you have your seatbelt on. They make sure you're driving at the right speed. Make sure you're not talking on the phone. And just make sure you're doing your job. You know what I'm saying? And it's like the layer is when you're at work, do you have the right to privacy? I mean, obviously you do, right? Because you don't want anybody like spying on some weird stuff. But like in the bathroom, or whatever. But like when you're at work, you're supposed to be productive. And it's not like Amazon is gonna ask for something that's most likely they're not going to. But again, don't take everything I say like as the golden rule or whatever. But like I remember this quote that said, a good employer is gonna seek the best out of you, but not things that you can't do, because that's just unrealistic, right? So they're gonna seek for their employees to do like the maximum they can possibly do. But if but they're not gonna be like, oh, you have to do this, because what you don't want is an employee like going below what they can actually do. Because if they do that, then you fire them, obviously, because you need people that are gonna be productive. It's harsh, guys, but if you have a business, think about it. You have one girl right here. On average, you're supposed to be scooping like 30 scoops of ice cream, but you're doing 10. But you don't want me to say anything about it. You know what I'm saying? So again, I'm not sure everything, but it's good to know.
I don't agree with a lot of the ethics that I've read or seen, like with some of the scams.
You see here, I read or seen. Like
handles with the way, like how warehouse workers are treated.
Yeah, so like articles, and then when the media grabs anything, they just basically blow it up. It could be one situation, one thing, but now it's like, oh, it's everywhere now, right? So you got, again, don't take everything you hear as if it's the golden rule. Don't trust anything, especially me. You know what I'm saying? Don't trust me either. Confirm. Like, have like a scientific mind. Try to find things out for yourself.
And it's not so much I'm anti-Bezos, but just anti like workforce treatment. I feel like the least that I could do.
I'm anti mistreating people, obviously, right? What are the details?
Is to
how many employees are actually doing this?
At least try to purchase goods from other resources.
Amazon is now the second largest retailer.
And by the way, guys, I do want to say one thing, right, about these mom and pop shops, right? Like, I get it. I understand it. As society moves forward, though, right, there will be certain parts that will be left behind. Imagine, like, you have a car, and cars are sweeping the nation, but you're trying to support the family that's still, like, doing, like, the whole, like, horse stuff. And you're like, I'm gonna buy a horse from them because basically, like, gotta do it to help to support the business or whatever. I get it. Like, it's a nice gesture to do, but it's important to understand when things are moving forward and like how to shift and so on. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like when Walmart moves into like a neighborhood, man, and all the stores go bankrupt. It's kind of crazy. And I remember, for example, in the Sam Walton book, he was like, the advantage small stores have over us is that they're small, so they're able to niche down into other areas that we can't niche down to. And so you take advantage of what you can't take advantage of. Because remember, Walmart also started as a small store
in the world, behind Chinese giant Alibaba. From June 20.
What's going on with Alibaba? I've heard some things. I gotta research it.
To June 2021, shoppers spent $610 billion on Amazon.
That's crazy,
Amazon
huh?
recently began offering pharmaceuticals and is even getting into the world of high fashion.
Yeah, there you go. Pharmaceuticals. Amazon is gonna be like the new Amazon. Like, there's nothing to compare it in history, but it's gonna be like the new place. And I can see eventually, like, Amazon is gonna be asked to break up, like, from Antitrust, you know, and monopoly. Because if you have something, you know, enjoy the ride while you can, Bezos. Because Bezos' real goal is just to go to Mars and space and stuff like that. If you guys don't know that, read the Everything Store. That's his real goal, to just make money, to then go to space or whatever. I kind of put it like bluntly, but it's not really just that. But yeah, that's really it. So eventually, I can see Amazon they try to get into the phone business. Did not work out for them. They might get in, for example, to the phone service business. That might be a thing. They're into the software industry. They're into a lot of areas. So if it become big enough to the point where it's like a monopoly type thing, it might be screaming antitrust, and it might be screaming break things up, you know what I'm saying, into separate companies and so on.
Well, I think you see today that there's no product category that Amazon can't enter into. And so
even jewelry,
we see it with groceries. We see it with physical retail with the recent announcement that they're opening department stores.
That's interesting. Open up department stores. I wonder how that's gonna go. I'm guessing it's gonna be like, you know, how you can kind of like have things delivered there. I can see like being like a convenience store format, and then having, for example, like the Amazon pickups and Amazon order machines or whatever it is.
Jeff Bezos was the CEO. He repeatedly said that the concept of providing large amounts of selection at low prices delivered quickly to customers, that's a concept that works well all over the world.
Yeah. It's the new Walmart on steroids, I'll tell you that much. You know, that's the thing about innovation and the thing about American capitalism. You know what I'm saying? You just add up and add up. You know, eventually there will be a new Amazon. You know, there will be the next guy, and he was gonna do a lot better than Jeff Bezos did. You know what I'm saying? So it's interesting to keep an eye out. You know what I'm saying? And look out for these things. But overall, guys, I actually had fun with this video. A lot of fun. I found it like very educative also. And again, guys, you know, my whole thing here is not to disagree, but it's also not to just agree for the sake of agreeing and not to have a disagreement. You know what I'm saying? So like, be open to like looking things up on your own and doing your own research. Don't just trust everybody you see on the internet, or because of a reporter, or because you read an article. No, do more research. Read about the other side. You know what I'm saying? Don't handicap yourself. That's not what you want to do. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, hit the bell so you're notified. Comment down below, what's the craziest thing you ever bought on Amazon? Like the most money you ever spent? Comment down below, let me know. This should have like an annual report. Here's how much money you spent on Amazon. I think that would be pretty cool. Peace out, guys. Long-term team out. More videos here, by the way, and the stuff is here too.